Hello everyone, welcome to Desktop Declaims. I am JR. Now, in previous episodes, I know that I have discussed peace and healing and what that means to me, what that means to you all, and maybe just some sort of unwarranted advice. However, I am here to talk about one of my first loves. And I know in Desktop Declaims, I say in the description that I was going to talk about this stuff. And now I'm here to talk about it. And that is films. Films that I have recommended, that I want to recommend to you all, that I think that you all should watch. But this episode, I want to talk about queer films, lesbian films that I love and have discovered. I definitely want to share the ones that has moved me, either it has a happy ending or not. And there are so many queer movies out there that are just beautiful, but I just want to talk about 4 that I have watched and that has been on my radar. But for those who are probably coming into your queerness, and if you are, you probably came out as a lesbian, and you want to see more representation of lesbians on screen, then I can say that I recommend these films of watching it. I have written some reviews about some of them, and some of them I haven't written reviews about, but I genuinely love them. So, first one that I want to talk about, which is probably it's the most recent one that I watched, and it's called I don't know why I'm laughing, y'all. It's called Disobedience. I'm gonna put on my glasses for this. I have my glasses off because of glare. Disobedience came out in 2017. It is a lovely film, honestly. Just to read the log line for you all in the description of the film. It's love is an act of defiance. New York photographer Ronette flies to London after learning about the death of her estranged father. Ronette is returning to the same Orthodox Jewish community that shunned her decades earlier for her childhood attraction to Esty, a female friend. Their fortuitous and happy reunion soon reignites their burning passion as the 2 women explore the boundaries of faith and sexuality. Interesting movie, y'all. And I have to just say, with these 2 characters now, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but Rachel Reese. Anyway, there's 2 Rachels at the forefront here. She plays Ronette in the movie, and Rachel McAdams plays Esty. Now, if y'all know Rachel McAdams, Mean Girls comes to mind, The Notebook comes to mind, right? But I think it's one of those films that, as a person who probably grew up into church, whether you are Jewish, whether you are Muslim, whether you are Buddhist, whatever religion that you are, and then also having to tackle your queerness at the same time, like they said, the balance between sexuality and faith. It's one of those movies that definitely captures that representation well. I think we have one of the characters, Esty, who genuinely is torn between sexuality and faith, and you kind of see her you kind of see that unravel over the course of this movie. I gave it a 5-star review, and here's what I had to say about it. I said, "Oh, this was a special one. The sight of Ronnie and Esty made me blush and kick my feet up as I so desperately couldn't get enough of their reunion. Their forbidden love, or unforbidden love. I didn't know how to say that. Imagining their friendship turn into undeniable romance to soul ties, I'm in love. I did scream at the screen when they didn't end up going to New York together, but to understand that Esty had to find herself and do what she wanted to do as part of truly feeling free, I honor and respect that." I say in the movie, they didn't end up going together to New York. Ronette eventually went to New York. Spoiler. This is actually a spoiler. I don't even know why I didn't read the last part, because it was a spoiler. But like I said before, not all movies are like have happy endings. And so when you see this movie and you really understand why they probably didn't end up together when I thought they were going to end up together at the end of the movie, you genuinely will understand, like, okay, she still wants to be a part of her faith, but she also knows that, like, yo, I'm a fucking lesbian. Like, I know that, and I believe that I can do both. And so, at least that's how I thought of the movie. If y'all have a different interpretation of it all, if you have seen Disobedience, then tell me now if y'all have a different interpretation of it. But I definitely got something out of that showed, okay, you can still do both. And I think that's sometimes what some people don't understand that. But again, it is your prerogative. It's like, it's what you feel in your heart is genuine. 10 out of 10 would recommend that movie. Next up on this list is The Incredibly True Adventures of Two Girls in Love, which came out in 1995. It is one of those indie films, honestly, and I think it is beautifully shot. I think independent films are one of those, like, that you treasure deep to your heart, because you can tell that it's not made on such a big ass production, but it captures everything. It captures everything, and it captures the rawness of it all. Just to give the log line and the description of it all. There's a first time for everything. An adventurous love story between two young women of different social and economic backgrounds who find themselves going through all the typical struggles of a new romance. So we have at the forefront Laurel Holloman, who is Tina in The L Word, and then Nicole Ari Parker. Other than that, this movie, I watched this movie last year, and when I tell you, it was one of the most beautiful representations that I ever seen of a lesbian couple. And it is discovering, not even like, how do I say this? It's one of those movies where it's like, love is genuinely love, because not to say that, like, Nicole Parker's character identified as a lesbian. I think she was just like, I genuinely enjoy being around this person. It's not because I may be a lesbian or anything like that. And I may just don't label myself as straight, lesbian, whatever. I just love a person's soul. And so when I saw this, I thought that it was a very beautiful representation, because not only did she not really give a fuck about what anybody said about her being attracted to Laurel's character. So Laurel's character, his name is Randy, and Nicole is Evie. And so Randy and Evie have this sort of connection that was so authentic and was so natural, and I felt that they really had a connection on a friendship level. I thought they had a connection on a romantic level, like, regardless of where this relationship went, whether it was just friendship, whether it was romantic. I think that a bond between two people and their chemistry and their compatibility was just there. And they were so different from one another, but they fit like a puzzle. Okay. Well, this is what I said about it. I gave it 4 stars, and I liked the movie. I think I probably given it 4 stars because the ending was random, but I mentioned that in my review. So I said, this is a quote from the movie. To it, the creation is the girlfriend whose embracing awakes me. As a lesbian, cinemaphile, and writer, this was a beautiful work of art. I need to rewatch this and take every single thing in, because I was completely gravitated toward this story. The cinematography alone of catching women in love without the overwhelming sense of tragic stories and failed romance. This is what Women in Love feels and looks like. At the end, where they canceled out all the noise and it was just them, two women connected and growing in love. Also, can we talk about how breathtaking Nicole Parker has been her whole life? Unreal. The unshelter me line, I needed a minute to recover. The ending was so random, might I add, but that doesn't overpower my love for this film. So, to understand what I'm talking about in this review, y'all will need to watch the movie, okay? The unshelter me was crazy, and it was like so minor, but it was one of those where it was just like, oh, I just felt something. I felt something, and it gave me goosebumps, because I was just like, yo, if a woman would really come up to me and I'm talking to her and like it, and she says something like that, and we're having a conversation, and she says something like that, oh my god, I would die. But you would see that this movie really, and Evie, the character Evie, she's really discovering like her sexuality for real, and not really putting a label on herself. And I think that is something that's really interesting to see, as far as it comes to first realizing like, oh, I may like women or the same gender as me, whatever, and how do I discover that, you know? The next movie, I would say, I think everybody should watch Bottoms. Oh my gosh. Now, Bottoms is something new that came out recently, like, oh, well, not recent, well, 2 years ago. It's not that long time, it's not a long time ago, but I believe Bottoms was one of like an amazing movie that was created with an interesting young cast, fresh faces, and such a funny movie that wasn't so overwhelmed. Like, again, I don't like the overwhelmed of tragic stories or anything like that. When it comes to identity, I think those stories should be told still, but I think when it comes to like fictional stuff, I think we need more joy into our queer movies. But to know more about what Bottoms is a movie about empowering women, the hot ones. That's the log line. I love that. Unpopular best friends PJ and Josie start a high school self-defense club to meet girls and lose their virginity. They soon find themselves in over their heads when the most popular students start beating each other up in the name of self-defense. So, in a way, if you want to go deeper into what this movie is about, if I had to go into like some depths, it just would be, again, like yearning for love, like you're like in this hopeless romantic space, and you're gay, and you genuinely are probably like nervous about talking to a woman, maybe even like naturally just talking to a woman, but in a way you have to go to these other lanes to try to be like impressive, and it doesn't work. Or it does, and it's just like it's just poorly thought out in a way. So I think this movie, just like I said, it's a fun watch. It's one of those where you kind of see yourselves, you see your baby gay self in, of desperately just wanting to like kiss a girl, hold hands with a girl, like anything, you know. And I think it's just for us, like us lesbians who really don't know how to flirt, like don't know, like are very, not even don't know, but are very nervous to talk to women. And like I said, it's sometimes it's baby gay us. We all get to like maybe have this as our cult classic, you know. The straights have Fight Club, we have Bottoms, you know. That's cool to me. And then last but not least, I have, coming back to Hopeless Romantic, I have the movie Imagine Me and You. This movie right here, it came out in 2005. So, y'all, 2005. And it is about lesbians and them falling in love. Genuinely, it is a rom-com, but make it lesbian, right? And more movies need to be made like this. Like, I swear, because it's just like, it was such a beautiful film. Like, okay, let me read you the long line and then let me tell you like more in depth about it. So, there goes the bride. During her wedding ceremony, Rachel notices Luce in the audience and feels instantly drawn to her. The two women become close friends, and when Rachel learns that Luce is a lesbian, she realizes that despite her happy marriage to Heck, she is falling for Luce. As she questions her sexual orientation, Rachel must decide between her stable relationship with Heck and her exhilarating new romance with Luce. Interesting. A movie for probably our lesbians and bisexuals, and not just necessarily them, but just really queer people. Okay, this movie is literally the quote of don't let your husband stop you from finding your wife, or don't let your boyfriend stop you from finding your wife, or something like that, whatever it is. That's the movie. Okay. I'd have to say, who plays... Oh, I forgot to tell you about Bottoms, who was in Bottoms. Let me just say that first. Bottoms, we had at the forefront of it, Iowa Debris, and I cannot remember her name right now. She's going to be in that new show called I Love LA with Odessa, which is really cool. I bet her name is so easy. And I can't even think. Rachel. Another Rachel. What's going on here? Rachel Sennott. And I mean, there's many other people in that cast, but who was at the forefront? Rachel Sennott and Iowa Debris, which they're doing just phenomenal in their careers, right? But going back to Imagine Me and You, Luce. One second. Luce is played by Lena Headey. I believe y'all have seen her in what was that movie called? I mean, that show called Game of Thrones. People like Game of Thrones. She's a bad mamma jamma. Look at her, she's bad. God damn. Piper Erebo. She played Rachel. Now, I don't know where y'all have seen her, because I haven't seen her anywhere else, but I thought that she looked a lot like Victoria Petretti, and it was just a smile for me. She had like a great smile like in this movie, and I loved it a lot. Within the story, you will see the passion and the attraction to somebody. It's always this conversation between love at first sight between the couples, or not couples, but between the group in this movie. So you would see Luce, you would see Heck, you would see Rachel, and you would see I forgot what that other guy's name was. You would see Cooper, and you see throughout the movie that Rachel is trying to figure out herself, where she wanted to lean towards, and like, not necessarily that she had to play the game of like, is it man or woman, but mostly like, is it comfortability or is it love? Somebody who you're genuinely attracted to, somebody who genuinely gets you, somebody who just makes you feel more than life itself, And of course, romantic comedies can be like a little bit exaggerated. I mean, romantic comedies usually sometimes when it comes with like a person already being coupled up with somebody, like one of the romantic comedies that I'm thinking about is like The Wedding Planner. So think of The Wedding Planner, but make it lesbian, but make it as if Matthew McConaughey and his wife in the movie had already got married, and he fell for his wedding. It's one of those films, and so you're like, damn, is it cheating? Is it not cheating? Sort of thing. But it was also interesting to see that, like, and a spoiler, it was also interesting to see that there was a lot of healthy masculine, not a lot of, but there was healthy masculinity in this film, and talking and the vulnerability of it all too. Rather, I am spoiling it, but when Rachel decides to choose loose at the end of the movie, then her husband, Heck, is like, I want you to just be happy. I want you to be happy. I want you to love who you want to love. And if they make you feel a certain way, whatever, boom. That's what I want for you. And I thought that was genuinely so interesting and beautiful to watch, because not in real life that would happen. In real life, that shit would not happen. I don't know. I don't think it would. It was too good to be true. But we love sitting in movies where we know that there's a happy ending, and so that was genuinely this movie. So I 10 out of 10 recommend watching all of that. I gave it a 4.5 stars, I believe. But I loved it. I loved the film. Alright, that wraps up today's desktop declaims. Thank you all for watching, and I hope that you got some great recommendations out of this video. If it wasn't your cup of tea, that's okay. I definitely have some more movies that I will review over the course of these episodes for you all. I don't even know. This may become like a movie review like webcast. I can't lie, where I just chat about movies. And I also would like to hear your takes. What movies would you all like to hear me talk about next? Bring me some different genres. Give me some movies to freaking watch, because a girl always needs recommendations, okay? If you would like to come on Desktop Declaims, maybe give your own review, and we can chat about it for real on this webcast, then let's do that. You know, we can do it like a live video. Honestly, you want to do a live video on TikTok, you want to do a live Instagram, you want to do with some other apps that we can go live on, really much TikTok and Instagram, we can just go live on, and we could chat about some movies, and honestly, that would be really dope. But let's chat in the comments. Tell me about some movies that you all like. And it doesn't necessarily have to be lesbian movies also. I just reviewed them because I am a lesbian myself, okay? So, but I love queer movies. I love queer people. I love my community so much. And I think that more representation in film and television needs to be there, especially in film. I think I see a lot of representation coming into TV spaces now, and I'm loving it so much. But please, definitely, let's chat about it. Make sure to follow me on Substack. Make sure to follow me on Letterboxd. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and YouTube. I will have all of those linked somewhere in this video, and after this video, in the comments, wherever you see this video. Definitely please follow. Definitely share this to your friends, to your followers, to your fam, if you know they want to check out some really dope lesbian movies, okay? But other than that, I will see you all in the next episode. Be safe. Peace be with you, as always, my friends.